Now, the corporate regulator ASIC says there have been more breaches of insider trading in the past 3 years than in the entire decade before. To tell us more about this, we're joined now by the ABC's business editor, Peter Ryan in Sydney. Peter, good morning. ASIC obviously deeply concerned about insider trading.
Yes, ASIC's pretty concerned about insider trading, and there's been quite an uptick over the years, as you mentioned. Over the last 3 years, ASIC won 11 cases of insider trading, and there are another 7 yet that have to go through the courts. If you look at the 10 years, though, to 2008, ASIC won just 10 insider trading cases over that 10-year period and lost 5. So it's really an example or evidence that ASIC is stepping up its surveillance of insider trading or investors or corporate criminals who get hold of privileged information and use that to buy and sell shares based on information not available to the public. So ASIC is often accused of not having as many wins as it would like, but it appears to be at least going towards winning the game against some pretty sophisticated corporate crooks.
Indeed. Now let's look quickly overseas, and that trading loss incurred by JP Morgan is continuing to hurt the major investment bank.
Yes, Mike, we've just seen on the Reuters finance wire that the FBI in the United States has launched an investigation into the $2 billion trading loss that JP Morgan Chase sustained over a single 6-week period. This is a pretty significant move, and it follows inquiries that have been launched by the Securities and Exchange Commission. That's the ASIC equivalent in the United States, and also inquiries that are being made by the US Federal Reserve. And of course, the JP Morgan losses, while in a sense $2 billion, is not large compared to the overall amount of money that JP Morgan makes or the market capitalisation of the company. It does go straight to the issue of the stability of US banks and the excessive risk-taking that is still underway after the banking sector needed to be bailed out after the collapse of Lehman Brothers. So there's a fair way to go on this, and of course US taxpayers are asking some pretty big questions too when you consider that the Chase part of JP Morgan looks after the savings of millions of Americans. So of course Americans don't want to see history repeated.
And we haven't heard the last of this story. Peter Ryan there, thank you very much for the update.